Hello all heroes and welcome back to Invincible Guarding the Globe, and today we are going to touch base on the current event GDA going on, as well as do kind of a brief overview of a certain rare character that I wasn't going to make an overview of, but I changed my mind, and he relates very nicely to the current GDA event, so I figured, hey, why not go ahead and talk about him? So, first things first, and probably what most of y'all are going to care about, the catastrophic risk GDA alert is going on right now, with a chance to find Worlds Beyond heroes in it. So basically, that means you're going to get a lot of FLAXAN leaders, you're going to get a lot of Damien Darkbloods, and you have a small but existent chance of possibly pulling some battle beasts or some Allens. You'll even see kind of in the fight here, we do have battle beasts, Allen, and some FLAXANs thrown down. So that's kind of a nice little thing. I mean, never bad to get fodder because Allen and battle beasts are very popular. And I especially need some fodder because I made a team of 5 FLAXAN leaders. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I just... curiosity got the best of me, as it tends to do, if I'm being totally honest. I made a team of 5 Elite Plus FLAXAN leaders. Now, why would I do that? Why would I do something so brash? At least Duplicate made sense, because she's kind of got the summon abilities. But FLAXAN leader, one of his abilities is a straight up dud for combat. So why would I care? Well, let's take a look at him and find out why. FLAXAN leader here is coming to us as a defender character from the From Worlds Beyond faction. Ranked in here as invaders, FLAXAN's melee grounded defender, not of this earth, and leader. So, his first ability here, Crushing Blow. The FLAXAN leader smashes the ground with both hands, dealing 120% damage. Over time, the attack deals 110% of his base damage per second for 5 seconds. So, it's an interesting ability because it sounds cool with the second one especially, but he doesn't really do a lot of damage per se. So yeah, not anything too crazy there. We're going to skip his Elite Plus for a second here and go straight to his Exceptional Plus. When the FLAXAN leader's HP goes below 40%, he recovers 10% of it and increases his own defenses by 20% for 5 seconds. So basically, he gets a little bit of healing, increases defense. It's like Allen, but much, much worse. So these two abilities, nothing to write home about, and frankly, nothing to be unexpected considering he is just a rare character. So why do I care? Why do I care in the slightest? To the point that I have 5 of these guys. Well, it's this middle one. When fighting against humans, the FLAXAN leader increases all obtained resources by 5%. And that's the kicker. Because through quite a bit of trial and error and experimentation, and through the confirmation of some other people in the community on the Discord and the Reddit, I'm 90% certain that applies to GDA ops. So like, for example, I've got them thrown down here, getting the hero special XP. In theory, they will get 25% more hero special XP from this GDA op, because I did 5 of them. So that's 5%, and assuming that it does stack, which is a big if, like I said, I have not confirmed this for sure. But if it does go up to 25%, that is actually a pretty major improvement to the potential resources. Now, what this tends to mean, if we're talking about this in practical circumstances, see, the problem is they're not as good. It's just the simple fact of the matter is they're not as good. Now, that's not always a detriment for GDA ops because they are so long that sooner or later you will blast through waves, just depending on kind of where you're at. And and which wave you're on, because as they get stronger and more difficult, of course you'll slow down, but depending on the time, you will eventually clear it. It's very amusing just seeing them punch the holy snot out of enemies. It is also worth mentioning that the condition that requires them to fight humans is extremely easy to meet. The vast majority of characters in the game right now are human. In fact, all of these criminals, or at least most of them, would count as human. I don't know about the lava guy. I think he still would count as human, but I'm not sure. But regardless, super easy to trigger on these GDA waves. So they're just going to throw down, go nuts, and then in 3.5 hours, I will get more loot than I would have normally. Now, to be fair, like I said, they are not very strong. They're not exactly going to be hitting the heights of my Green Ghost or my Duplicate. They're pretty weak, all things considered, once you get them to higher waves. But for GDA ops, that's not so bad. And it's not actually that costly to get up to around 100. I pushed them up to their limit, basically, for Elite Plus. But price-wise, as far as, like, the XP cost, I mean, it's not too bad, if we're being totally honest. I mean, I was able to do these guys on a budget. And now, even though it is a mediocre, like, D-level team, it is still another team that I can freely throw into GDA ops, further promoting resource acquisition and that horizontal growth that I have been talking about in my previous videos. Now, as far as my plans, I do want to get them lightly powered up, and I do emphasize lightly. We're not going to be going whole hog on them like I did with Duplicate over here. Like, this is going to be the only reason I'm really even entertaining this at all is because the Worlds Beyond faction is such slim pickings. I mean, we just have Alan and Battle Beast. I mean, they're great characters, but there's just simply not a lot to build right now. So I'm like, hey, you know what? No better time for experimentation. Bonus points for the fact that the GDA op event going on right now is for Worlds Beyond Heroes, so that's giving me a nice little boost. So basically what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to get them to, like, exceptional this one, exceptional this one, exceptional, 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 and then exceptional plus, kind of build them incrementally. But I am not going to be committed to it. Like, let's say a Viltrumite character comes from Season 2, then all fodder is going to cease going to the FLAXAN leaders, and will then go to the new character instead. But that's kind of where we're at here. It is goofy, but it does work, is the thing. It's the kind of the hilarious thing, is it does work, and the fact that they do get 5% more resources kind of makes up for the fact that they are weaker, and they're easy to get. I got the 5 of them right here. I didn't even power them up that high, and they're another team I can throw into GDA ops to get the job done. As long as the GDA op has humans, then they are good to go. But that is all we have for today. Let me know if this inspired anybody to build a FLAXAN leader of your own. Like I said, he is utterly worthless except for resource acquisition. So just keep that in mind. If you build this guy, you're building him for GDA ops, and you are only building him for GDA ops, unless they ever make like some kind of a faction tower mode that you see in a lot of idle RPGs, in which case I guess you could use them for From Worlds Beyond faction tower or whatever. I mean, I would love to have some kind of a faction challenge, but hopefully by then we'd have some Viltrumites or other aliens in, and then we could just use them. But that is all we have for today. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of this little strategy, and we shall see you next time. Have a good one.